And welcome to Social Listening and Business Day Television, where we break down the trending stories and how people are reacting online. I'm Destiny Mama, joined by, as always, Mr. Onyeka. Valentine is always ready to give it to us in the social way as well. Very interesting stories on social listening this morning, and I just begin to wonder. I've not said what it is, but I'm already imagining your take on this. Because this has to do a little with polygamy. When Senator Ned Nwoko says he feels sorry, he actually feels sorry for men who have only one wife. Like he believes that polygamy, gives men more balance in marriage. His words were, imagine standing on one leg and how uncomfortable it is. Walker is married to 6 wives and says he will gladly do the same again and again because it works for him and his home. He also debunked rumors of domestic violence in his home with Regina Daniels, saying he respects all his wives and loves his children. Before we see tweets, I don't know, what do you make of this?
So again, this kind of thing requires one to be clear, straightforward, and blunt. I agree with him. Yes, so I agree with him because again, only on one condition.
Okay.
That you can provide for the wives and the children and your children and his the children that you give birth to by wives like that, as case may be, that you can provide for all of them. Now, where there might be a problem is if you cannot provide. Remember when we had this conversation, I said one of the reasons why you have men not living as long as women is because men have this mentality of provision, take charge, lead their home, be in charge of certain things, and of course create some form of security. So that alone is a lot of burden that comes in and causes stress. But anyway, we moved out from that angle. Why do I say I agree with him? Even though I don't agree to domestic violence, most definitely that is not my take. No one should lay a finger on anyone, whether the man on the woman or woman on the man. But when it comes to polygamy and it comes to having more than one wives, first and foremost, for a woman to agree to say, I want to join this family, knowing that the man already has 1 or 2 wives, which is open, not under the carpet, it's not hidden, which means that you are agreeing to conform. You are agreeing to be part of that family. So don't come and complain later.
Oh,
So for me, why do I say I agree with him? Again, it comes with some conditions. Like I said, if you have the financial strength and power to take care of them equally, and not love one over the other equally, why not? For those people who are, strong Christian believers, or those who are, Muslims, as the case may be, before now, the biblical age and the time of coming of Muhammad way back, they were explained to look, there was room for having more than one wives. Even the Old Testament is there.
Well, we're not saying that.
But I'm not a clergyman, though.
I know. We're not saying that having more than one wife is not biblical. Of course, we've seen it in the Bible days how these men were able to do these things, and I will not even say that it's not in my family. My grandfather had like 5 of them, and the reason he gave my grandmother, who happens to be his first wife, was that he doesn't want to suffer her, whatever that means. Right. I don't know what that means, but whatever that means, it's still part of it. But then there are men that just enjoy this polygamy thing, but it doesn't stop them from still cheating.
So this is the part where I might agree with you. See, a cheat is a cheat, whether he or she has, multiple, more than one wife, or one husband, or he or she
doesn't stop them from still cheating.
Yeah, is someone who already has that mentality that no matter what it is, he or she is not enough with this, right? Yeah. That idea of content.
But these days men don't do that thing of marrying a lot of wives. They just see it like an old school thing.
Because the economy
is
becoming more safer. Let me tell you, to be very honest, look, even outside marriage, when you look at your wardrobe and you have multiple clothes, look at your shoe racks, you have enough shoes. Look at your car garage, you have 4, 5, 6 fleet of cars.
There's a selected few that you still prefer.
Do you understand? So to you, it is like, even if this one's going to go bad, you even if the vehicle is going to have a problem, you are less stressed about it because you have other ones to focus on until that one gets fixed.
All right, let's see tweets concerning this report on Ned Nwoko's polygamy and Regina Daniels. And Prince Uday says polygamy was never about love.
Most definitely.
But a show of a man's status. It has been so from time immemorial. And Dr. Ima Okore says, Oga, don't feel sorry for us. We actually feel sorry for you because you are oblivious of the peace we enjoy.
Before I go ahead, I want to disagree with this guy, and I'll say why.
Okay.
Very quickly, one liner.
All right.
Look, I've seen the guy's picture there. The guy doesn't look like a billionaire.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
But being a billionaire, does it show?
Well, it doesn't show.
No, there's no outlook. Yeah.
Exactly. But what I mean to say is that, right? Maybe that's not the right point to use, but I will say this. Look, it is better for you to marry the woman, bring her to your home, and make it very, very known than have girlfriends outside the person that you say you love and you're married to.
Okay.
So you get it now.
Yeah.
There are some people who will not.
But even if you have those girlfriends, I still say and maintain that this man will still cheat. I have an uncle that have 3 wives.
But not all men are cheats.
That have 3 wives, and then there was a burial function in the village. He still, he brought all 3 wives, but was still with other women. So it's so, I don't know, it's so dicey.
But not all men are cheats. Just the way not all
I agree. I agree, but a little less. Thank you very much.
But there's a business and economic side to it. I will take it after this tweet.
All right, no problem. Let's see the tweets. Okay, I think from Hekens, he says, I laugh out loud that their stress level is half yours. Imagine remembering 6 birthdays, 6 anniversaries, and 6 sets of in-laws. That's not stability. That's a full-time HR department. I'm not even saying it from this
I like
angle.
the fact that he mentioned department very quickly. Right? Before we to next contributor. He said department, which means in every department you have people who handle stuff for you.
Yeah.
So that particular one doesn't hold water. In a department, you have
so much responsibility. We're
have
talking about different kinds of different in-laws, 6 different mother and father-in-laws. Wow, that money is there. We agree. Let's see what Alabaster one is tweeting, and he said a senator celebrating immorality and advising Nigerians to follow his footsteps.
On the contrary, I don't think it's immorality.
That's from your own point of view.
Yeah, because look, this man is not hiding it. He came out to say, look, this is who I am. Would you want to be part of my family? You say yes. There's nothing immoral there.
Yeah, but that's his own point of view.
Point of view.
Well. Yeah.
Guess what again? You see, the Constitution doesn't say polygamy is a crime. Yeah. So what are we talking about?
But even the Bible doesn't condemn.
It doesn't say it's a crime.
Even the Bible, which is number 1 book, does not actually condemn.
That's for Christians.
For Christians, actually. Yeah.
Muslims, also
yes.
So let's be honest. In fact, truth be told, until a particular move is becomes illegal and has jail term attached to it, as far as I'm concerned, it's good to go. It's not a crime, right? He has not committed any crime by being a polygamist, and he's proud of it. More so, the complaint of the wives is not that he's not taking care of them or he's not providing for them.
But Regina Daniels has outrightly said that he had her beaten. So that's domestic violence.
So domestic violence is not the issue on the table, although I don't support domestic violence no matter what. What is on the table now is, can you take care of these wives? If so, do you go ahead? And would you advise people out there? He has said, look, it works for him because he can take care of them. Does it work for you back home?
Anyway, I like the analogy of saying
You
that
know.
it's just like standing on one foot.
On foot, you're not balanced. You know, and then you see, again, what I'm about to say, some might take me out of
And
context.
some women do not have problem with
That's my point.
with sharing their husbands.
Exactly.
And some women do.
Yes, and I'll tell you, what I'm about to say might sound a bit, but again, let's see it, take it with a pinch of salt. Now, when you know that you have options, right? And each person or each option is well taken care of.
Yes.
Do you think anyone want to misbehave? That's the point.
But I agree with you where you said
yeah,
there's a point you made that if the man is able financially, what's
That's
there?
it.
It doesn't matter the number of in-laws, doesn't
Look,
matter the number of
yes,
extended family that the
doesn't
wives
matter.
bring. He is capable. He is capable.
and guess what? In Africa here, it's only in Africa that we think we have this entitlement mentality. Now you're married to my daughter or my sister, is now your responsibility to take care of us. No, that's wrong.
That's true.
It's only in Africa here where someone just walk up to us and knock and say, I'm your relative, I came to stay with you. You don't do that abroad. I'm not saying we are foreigners, we're
But
Nigerians.
that's our culture. I think
That's
we've
our
come to
culture.
embrace it. We've come to,
that's-
but then again, it's not everybody that accepts it. Moving on, a resident who survived the Katampe armed robbery attack that claimed the life of late journalist Santo Maduago has relocated back to the United Kingdom. He was said to be the first victim the robbers attacked and has been struggling emotionally since the tragedy. The victim, identified as Sani Yusuf, had been living in the same Katampe apartment block in Abuja where armed robbers attacked residents in September. Wow. Do you think the move as in made by this guy, I think for security reasons, he doesn't want Nigeria, like they say,
So very quickly,
allegedly, to happen to him?
very quickly, look, UK can also happen to you. America can happen to you. Any other place around the world, death does not discriminate.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he's more likely to be killed in the streets of UK as it stands right now because there's an issue going on where people just move around the street with knives and they stab you and they rob you. And guess what? In the UK, there's a law now that goes this way. If someone comes to your shop to rob you, right, do not engage or attack them. Can you imagine that?
You shouldn't attack them. You should let them rob you.
Yes. Take what they want to take in the store and while they do
And
that,
if they decide to attack you,
Then you can
so
defend
you don't call the police.
then you can defend yourself, but you're not allowed to have this mob beating. They are trying to prevent mob attack.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
in case the person is innocent and there's a mob attack, the person dies in the process. So
You're robbing me, and then you're saying that in case the person is innocent.
go on Google, you will see where criminals walk into supermarkets, taking properties that belong to someone else off the shelves, robbing the supermarket, and people are just there watching, recording as proof. What am
I think
trying
we
to
should
say?
see tweets on this, so we come back to you and hear what you have to say to regarding this. All right, Nigeria side motherland. Oh, death. Oh, are no fit for all this run. What happens when the laws in where you travel to change?
That's my
exactly
point.
what you were trying to
Exactly.
raise. And Holat says trauma is not your mate. Talking about
agree with that.
depression and all of that one. Ayotunde says just have money in this country. Just have money in
Anywhere.
this country. And Nigeria said that's where we all get it wrong. No matter where you run to, you will always be a Nigerian. And sooner than expected, one way or the other, Nigeria will still happen to you.
So this last one is important that we see it from an angle of objectivity. However, having said so, I don't believe that anywhere you go to around the world, Nigeria will happen to you. I believe that no matter where you go around the world, if you
Wherever
have a bad
you are.
yes, if you have a bad character, you don't know how to comport yourself, and also
Your attitude will work against.
Yes, if all that is an issue, it will show. However, we're already 1 point down, knowing that as Nigerians, most of the activity that happens within Nigeria and the international world sees it as not being good based on things like scam and other areas.
True.
However, that aside, there is no way on this earth that people don't die. Unfortunately, we had a robbery incident and a young lady who is in our kind of business media space died. Her soul rest in peace.
It's so painful.
There's no excuse for having
painful.
someone being killed or someone take, I mean, you will never know.
She's just starting life.
What happened, but again, the fact that she fell from the top floor and she died, you know, I can imagine what her family is going through at the moment. The trauma is not something that
It was too painful, and it's still too
yes, you
painful
can explain.
to, you know, imagine.
But for that young man that says he's relocating, look, let's be honest. He was already planning his relocation before now, before that can happen.
No, but you know, it's not everybody that can actually take, you know, this kind of tragedy when it happens, especially when you are seeing that it happened just where you are. They shared the same location. They shared the same experience of having this arm robbery attack. You know, the kind of mind that you have to muscle, you know, this kind of event or situation is not the kind that every other person have. Now, if he feels that he's going to feel safer wherever he's going to find refuge, I feel it's okay.
No, I mean, so I haven't said that he should not relocate or travel. I've not said so.
Yeah.
But I'm saying to now say that because of what happened, you were leaving that locale.
Yeah.
You saw what the other.
Maybe he will heal faster. Yeah. A lot of people have
different
different
environment.
Yeah, sometimes you heal faster.
Most definitely.
And I'm sure that, you know, somebody like him that has stayed this long will want to still come back and continue what he's doing. But maybe for just a little time, he wants to go heal up.
Yeah.
He wants to go, you know, rejuvenate. He wants to remove that thought, you know, from him, come back stronger and better to face the realities on ground.
Talking about stronger and better.
Yeah.
What this means is that, you see, first and foremost, it's a bad signal to the public saying, look, and of course the government too, saying, government, look, if we don't feel safe in the country,
Yeah.
it will mean one thing and one thing only: more youths will leave this country.
True.
Which is equal to brain drain. The best of your minds are leaving the country thinking they could probably get safer refuge somewhere else, thinking maybe there's a greener pasture where they can feel safer, and of course their rights as human beings will be taken seriously. Now this is the twist. Now the thing is that we're rushing quickly to a different country, hoping that your rights will count.
Exactly.
You've forgotten so soon that once you go there, they already have things that work for them, rules and regulations that works for them. And you as an immigrant or someone who is a visiting person from different
It's just a
nationality,
remnant.
you are 2 points down. Whatever it is, they will take care of the citizens first. For the
I always have this analogy that, you know, foreigners that are, you know, rushing into my country, what are they here for? Why should I be running away from mine? I would rather visit and come back.
So, but we hope
my
it heals
country.
from the trauma. Trauma is a respecter of no man. I've had my own traumas in the past, right? When you lose someone, like I said, when you lose someone that you love, or you know someone that was dear to you and they passed on, especially in some certain circumstance that you least expected, you never experienced before. Of course you have trauma. I mean, you can be driving down your vehicle, right, and you get run down by a trailer, and don't tell me that Nigeria happens to you. No, we see videos of it happening around the world.
But these things happen everywhere. Everywhere it happens.
I think what we should look at now should be, do we have proper institutions that can deal with trauma in Nigeria? Because if we don't, we will see more young people leaving this country whenever there's an issue like this.
Yeah.
I think that trauma doesn't leave you. It moves with you no matter where you go to.
There are a lot of wellness centers. I think young people should take advantage of wellness centers, you know, to ease off, because there are a lot of things happening now that people cannot really take. But, you know, because change is not actually easy to accept. Hence, these things that, you know, happen here and there. Or else, I think that's all we can take on social listening today. We looked at Ned Nwoko's polygamy comments and the Katampe robbery victim who has now left the country after trauma. I'm Destiny Mama, joined by
Onyeka Valentine.
See you next time for more trending conversations on Business Day Television. Good morning.